Please don't make me cry on this video. Thank you.
E aí galera, aqui quem fala é Spartakus Santiago e o POPline me convidou para poder entrevistar a rainha da minha adolescência, a nossa princesa gótica, Emily do Evanescence. Sim, eu vou falar com ela, porque eles estão em breve lançando seu novo álbum, The Bitter Truth, que já tá com várias músicas incríveis lançadas, uma melhor que a outra, e a gente vai conversar juntos sobre cada uma delas. Fica ligado.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I was thinking 10:45 in my head and I got just mixed up. And I was like, oh shit, sorry, I apologize.
Hi Amy, how are you?
Good, nice to talk to you. Thank you for taking the time.
My name is Spartakus. I'm a YouTuber from Brazil that talks about music. I'm a big fan of Evanescence, like since
Awesome.
the first album.
Oh, thank you.
I always saw a lot of messages in your songs, and in this new album, I see a lot of great discussions. In the first single, Wasted on You, you decided to release in the middle of the pandemic.
I can't move on. I feel like we're frozen in time. Wasted on you.
The words were like so deep in this moment because we're like waiting for a miracle. We can't move on. We feel like we're frozen in time. So I want to know, how did you guys decide to see this obstacle as an opportunity?
That's what you have to do. I feel like when you're in a situation that's beyond your control and things don't go the way that you wanted them to go, I don't think the right thing to do is to give up. And I think the right thing to do is to find a new way. And so many people have been doing that in so many different aspects of their work and their life this year. That's been inspiring to me. I really feel like we've gotten a chance to see the hope of the human spirit overall around the world, people finding a way to still communicate. I remember it was a long time ago, it was right around the time of Wasted on You and that moment of just the beginning of the lockdown for us here in the States, people singing off their balconies to each other and playing music. And there was this initial feeling of like, well, if this is the situation that we're all in, let's make the best of it. The most important thing is to still show that our spirit is unbroken and that we can still shine. And I think that part of that comes from admitting that we're in the situation that we're in, admitting that it sucks and that it's hard. That's how we can connect, by that honesty. And that has been a real central theme for this album.
I think we never saw you so relatable, because I always saw like this gothic queen, this rock superstar, and now we're seeing like a person that is at home in quarantine. I want to know, why did you choose this new approach right now? Why choose this human side of you?
When we made the Wasted on You video and we decided to go with that song kind of at the last minute, because that was not our plan, we sort of had a choice to make in that moment that grew and grew and kind of spread over more things. And that was, we still wanted to make a video, and we couldn't do more in a sense of like more production, you know, more crazy next level fashion or anything like that. It was kind of like, well, let's go to the other extreme then and show more of our real true selves than we ever have before, and let people into our homes and into our real lives, and use pieces of footage where, you know, we didn't know the camera was rolling, and include our families, and just let ourselves be exposed. And the reward of that is for us personally to feel a connection. Like the more you share, the more you are able to receive. It really truly felt so good to do that. And it was a little bit of an emotional moment for all of us, because our plans, you know, had fallen apart. In the grand scheme of where we're all at now, that seems minimal, but it's carried me through just as sort of a mantra and a theme that in this time, I don't want to fake it. I want to connect. And that means being the most real and true and honest me that I can be to the outside world. I guess there's a part of me that's always felt that way and wanted that to be the thing. That is healing for me. And I think that it's the only way to go. I can't fake it right now. I just don't want to.
I feel like a lot of people think that Evanescence is about dark lyrics and being gothic and stuff like that. But I always felt that Evanescence was about saying the truth, like the dark truth that nobody wants to say, like the parts that we hide from everybody. This is what this album is about.
Yeah, not only, but yeah. You know, I would venture to say that there's always been a lot of hope in the lyrics, even from that time. I think our music is open for sure. The way that I've always written lyrics is pretty open for interpretation, so people can apply things to their own personal situations. It's not super specific. It is getting a little bit more specific now. It's getting a little bit more like, okay, this is what this is about, undeniably, and that's actually working better than it did before because we're all going through something together.
I think the second music video is almost like a continuation of the first one, but like I interpreted like the mental chaos that we are all facing in this isolation. We're like all alone, playing by the rules of OMS, quarantine, by losing our grips, coming down. So
All alone, held in this, made by your rules, but I'm losing my grip, I'm coming down.
you guys talked about that in all of your career. I recently did a video on my YouTube channel analyzing Everybody's Fool and saying that it's more current than ever because everybody today, it's like everybody today wants fame through social media and everybody is faking their perfect lifestyles and perfect pictures, but in the reality is everybody depressed, everybody alone, everybody with anxiety. So I want to know, why do you think it's important to talk about mental health today in music?
I mean, it's always an issue for everybody. I mean, like it's a big issue always, but right now it's more. I think that more people than normal right now are facing mental health issues, partially because we're in a bad spot. There's a lot to worry about. There's a lot to feel anxiety and depression about, and it's real and it's valid. But also because there are less distractions. There is less of a routine that involves other human beings. We are forced to live with ourselves more closely without being able to look away. You know, there's good and bad, but it's going on for too long and there's nothing we can do about it. I think for me, like accepting that there are things that I can't control is healthy. It is good, but I also need to create outlets for myself, like our music, where there is something that I can control and something good can come out of it. Because there's just been so much bad news and so much to fear beyond just the sickness or the politics, the people taking advantage of us. It's easy to feel powerless. And our power and our protest, that is what we can do. And that doesn't feel like nothing. It feels like something. And in those times when I feel like I just have no power and have no control and I'm just exploding, that's when I need to go write music. You know, everybody is different. Everybody has different talents and things that feel good to them as an outlet. But I'm not a counselor, but I can share my own personal experience. And for me, something that's helped me in my life as a therapy beyond typical counseling is making something. And music is that biggest thing for me, but it's other things too, whether it's painting or building or writing in my journal. Videos. Yeah. You do what? What do you make?
I make videos analyzing music. Like I find strength in your music and I talk about that into people.
That's beautiful. It's so real, right? Just to be able, even cooking, like to be able to make something good and to put your heart and soul into it and look at it when it's finished and go, this is good. I did it. If I didn't exist, this thing wouldn't be here. That is good. That is good for us, right?
Like, as a fan of Evanescence, I'm so proud to see you guys being so political, talking about our time. Like, you are really being feminist and use your voice.
I use my voice. Don't you speak for me.
You are like representing Black people, people like me in an Evanescence video. I was so happy to see that. Muslim people. And you were saying that whether fans feel like or not, you use your voice. You called people to vote. You release a PSA video.
I use my voice.
And like, it worked. You guys made a difference. And now I think like you helped not only USA, but the entire world, really. How do you feel about that?
Please don't make me cry on this video. Thank you.
How do you feel about that? And like, I want to know, Why do you think that is important to say to everybody to use your voices still right now?
Because what we need is humanity and reality and truth in each other. And we can't do anything if we all think we're too small by ourselves. But when we're not alone and we all do speak up, speak out and stand up for what's right, we are many. And maybe I'm an optimist, but I believe there are more good people in the world with a heart and a conscience and that want good for all people, not just themselves, than there are the other type. So if we all stand up and just be that voice, just that one voice, one will quickly be millions. And we're proving that right now. Thank you for saying that. We are together in this all around the world.
No, I am really thankful as a fan, like really. And I want to know if in this album, we'll see like more of that. We'll see like more Evanescence talking about the bitter truths of the world and people are wanting to hide. Are you going to be like talking about what you think and not hiding anymore?
Yeah. I'm really proud of our songs, and the lyrics have been a place for me to challenge myself. Like I do every time around, to like go farther, do more, say more, like be honest, bring it up, you know. And it's always a little bit of a struggle because there's some things you just like don't want to drag back out. It's like, oh, it's ancient history, I don't want to talk about it. But there's been a lot for me to get off my chest about my personal life, but really more like relating my personal experiences to the present and what's going on now. Yeah, there's more of that. I think I'm finished writing lyrics now, just as of a couple of days ago. And we were recording vocals on Saturday, the day they announced our new president. And I have to say that I do feel a new sense of hope, as cloudy as they may try to make it. Truth is truth and reality is reality. And we're all going to have to face it sooner or later. So let's get on board and get through it. The only way to get to the next place is to accept where we're at now and work together to change it. So, yeah.
The last question that I need to make, because as a Brazilian fan, I need to ask you, when the pandemic is over, are you going to come back here? Because the last time that I saw you here was in 2012.
Yeah, that's too long ago. Yes, yeah. I wish I was there right now. I can't tell you how much money I would pay to be in Brazil right now. So much. I'm so ready. As soon as they will let us, as soon as it's safe, not just for us, but for the fans, for us to come and play, we will be there. You can count on it.
Amy, thank you very much. Like, I am so happy. My teenager, Spartakus, is like exploding right now. So thank you very much. And I wish this album and your message come along to everybody. That's it.
Thank you so much. I'll go check out your videos.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay sane. Stay safe.
You too. Use a mask. Bye.
Okay, yeah.
Parabéns.
Eu fiz a Emily chorar.
Eu percebi.
Ai, que incrível, eu tô feliz, gente. Muito obrigado. Você assim, eu só tenho
Imagina.
agradecer, de verdade. É isso, gente. Esse foi o bate-papo com Emily da Evanescence. Espero que vocês tenham curtido. Eu amei. Estou aqui impactado. E é isso. Não esqueçam de dizer aqui embaixo nos comentários o que é que vocês acharam, se vocês curtiram, se vocês também estão ansiosos pro próximo álbum. Se inscrevam aqui no canal e me sigam lá no Instagram. É só procurar lá Spartakus. Não esquece de seguir também o POPline também, lá no Instagram, em todas as redes, para poder ficar ligado nos lançamentos da música, do pop, do rock, de todos os ritmos. É isso. Até o próximo vídeo.